Good evening, and welcome to the Crypto Overnighter. I'm Nikodemus, and I will be your host as we take a look at the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. And remember, none of this is financial advice. And it's 10 p.m. on a Tuesday, April 25th, 2023. In a Miami court on Monday, Bitboy Crypto, YouTube influencer Ben Armstrong, he told a federal judge that a tweet that he posted from the Bahamas last week, he said that was a joke and should not be considered harassment or a threat. The judge told him to be careful. Armstrong, who's among the influencers named in the class action lawsuit for allegedly promoting the now bankrupt cryptocurrency exchange FTX, was banned from tweeting threats directed at the lawyer who brought the case. This was after he missed a scheduled court appearance so that he could attend a cruise with his fans in the Bahamas. The Monday court appearance was full of color. Judge Melissa Damian of the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida asked Armstrong to correctly pronounce Moskowitz instead of saying Mouskowitz. Armstrong said that it had not been on purpose and said that he also mispronounced his own lawyer's name. Armstrong was giddy about being able to defend his name in court. He said, quote, "I've been like a kid on Christmas to clear my name." He said the lawsuit was frivolous and full of allegations that were false. He said, "I've been attacked and I would like to clear my name." Armstrong apologized for missing the hearing last week. He said that his fans had paid a lot of money to attend this cruise. He told the judge that he believed that Moskowitz had tried to schedule the hearing on a day when he knew that Armstrong would be busy and unable to attend. He posted a tweet that day of a shirtless photo with him next to a pig. Judge Damian said allegations of threatening calls Moskowitz says he received had been turned over to the FBI. Armstrong denied making the calls. He said he regretted some of the language that he'd used in emails. After Armstrong asked to be sworn in so that he could read a prepared statement under oath, Damian also reminded him about his Fifth Amendment privileges. He told him it was optional to talk about any of the merits of the case being brought by Moskowitz. Armstrong denied that he had ever worked for FTX. "I'm cautioning you to be careful," said Damian, who determined holding Armstrong in contempt was unnecessary, adding that she respected and honored his First Amendment privileges. "Think before you publicly comment," she said, noting that there was a line where free speech could become harassment. Moskowitz told the judge that police had been stationed outside of his house and that he was more worried about Armstrong's followers. He said that he hadn't received any new threats since the judge ordered them to stop last week. Damian told Armstrong to tell his followers that they should also refrain from activities that could be considered threatening. She reminded him that he should have no direct contact with Moskowitz. She said that if any future comments cross the line into harassment, a new evidentiary hearing might be necessary. Now, for his part, Armstrong said that he would seek to be removed from the lawsuit, and he maintained that he'd never done any work for FTX. He said, quote, "I don't have any evidence that I didn't work with FTX. That's like saying, well, I didn't have any evidence that there was an elephant in the room that I was not in." When asked about any future tweets that he might make, he said, "At the end of the day, I'm going to comply with what the court wants me to comply with." He said that he had been planning his Swimming with the Pigs event for months. He said, quote, "When I got on the boat on Monday, I realized, oh, I know what? I'm going there on Thursday, the day of the hearing. I'm going to be able to basically take a picture with a pig. Because honestly, what he's done is disgusting," he said, referring to Moskowitz. And now I'm going to take just a second to ask you to like, follow, and subscribe to the Crypto Overnighter. It really does make a big difference when trying to reach new people. South Korean prosecutors have indicted Terraform Labs co-founder Daniel Shin and 9 others on multiple charges, including violations of capital markets law. The charges came after months of investigation into the collapse of the Terra ecosystem last year, which wiped out tens of billions of dollars in investor wealth. The prosecutors allege that Terra was a fictitious project and that its algorithm stablecoin, Terra USD, was not feasible from the beginning. They say that 10 people caused the astronomical damage for investors while taking in 463 billion won, which is $347 million in profit. Shin's lawyers have denied these allegations. saying that he split from the Terra project in 2020 and has had no involvement in operations since then. Shin is not currently in custody after a South Korean court rejected a request to arrest him back in December. On the other hand, his co-founder Do Kwon was recently detained in Montenegro for attempting to travel with falsified documents and is now wanted by Korea and the US. Now, the indictment of Shin is a significant development in the ongoing investigation into the collapse of Terra. Whether the charges will be proven in court remains to be seen, but they are a sign that the prosecutors are taking the case seriously. So now, what does this mean for Terra? The indictment of Shin is a significant blow to the Terra ecosystem. It will likely erode investor confidence in the project and make it more challenging to attract new users. It also needs to be clarified what will happen to the Terra blockchain. The project is currently in the process of being reorganized, but it may be abandoned altogether. The collapse of Terra has been a significant setback for the cryptocurrency industry. It's raised questions about the safety of stablecoins and the regulatory oversight of the crypto market. It's too early to say what the long-term impact of the Terra collapse will be. However, the incident has shaken the confidence of investors and regulators alike. Visa is looking for engineers with experience in programming, back-end systems, and Web3 technologies. They're expected to have experience writing smart contracts using the programming language Solidity. They should also have a good understanding of Layer 1 and Layer 2 solutions. This position also requires a good understanding of public and permissioned distributed ledger networks, security protocols, private key custody, and new Ethereum enhancements such as ERC-4337. Visa is one of the world's largest payment companies. Its entry into the crypto space is a major sign of the industry's growing legitimacy. The company has been gradually expanding its crypto offering in recent years. Still, it has also taken a cautious approach, halting some new partnerships in light of the current crypto bear market. With this new product, Visa is signaling its continued commitment to crypto. The company is betting that stablecoins have the potential to become a primary form of payment in the future. On Monday, the United States Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control, or OFAC, announced that they'd imposed sanctions on 3 individuals for supporting the North Korean Lazarus Group. Now, the Lazarus Group is a notorious hacking organization believed to be controlled by the North Korean government. The 3 sanctioned individuals are Woo Hee-hui, Cheng Hun Man, and Sim Hyung-sop. Wu and Cheng are Chinese nationals accused of providing financial support to the Lazarus Group. Sim is a North Korean national accused of laundering stolen cryptocurrency for the Lazarus Group. The Treasury Department said that the sanctions were imposed in response to the Lazarus Group's malicious cyber activities and its illicit efforts to generate revenue in support of the DPRK's weapons of mass destruction and ballistic missile programs. The Treasury Department also said that the Lazarus Group had been involved in a number of high-profile cyber attacks, including the 2014 Sony Pictures hack and the 2017 WannaCry ransomware attack. The sanctions against Wu, Cheng, and Sim are the latest in a series of actions by the United States to pressure North Korea to abandon its nuclear and ballistic missile programs. In 2017, the United States imposed sanctions on the North Korean government and several North Korean individuals and entities. The sanctions have had a significant impact on the North Korean economy. The country's GDP has declined by more than 10% since the sanctions began. The North Korean government has responded to the sanctions by increasing its nuclear and ballistic missile tests. The country conducted more than 20 missile tests in 2022, including its first intercontinental ballistic missile tests in over 4 years. The United States and its allies have condemned the North Korean missile tests and called on the country to return to the negotiation table. The U.S. has also said that it is prepared to take additional measures against North Korea if it does not abandon its nuclear and ballistic missile programs. The sanctions against Wu, Cheng, and Sim indicate that the United States is serious about pressuring North Korea to change its behavior. The sanctions remind us that the United States will not tolerate North Korea's continued provocations. Republicans on the House Financial Services Committee have released a discussion draft for stablecoin legislation, which may serve as a new starting point for negotiations with Democrats. This proposed bill defines payment stablecoins, outlines the entities that can issue them, and how these companies should handle reserves. It also mandates that stablecoins must be fully backed and subject to monthly reviews by registered accountants. Unlike the previous version, this new draft does not cover algorithmic stablecoins. Additionally, it settles the ongoing debate whether stablecoins are securities or commodities, stating that they are not securities. However, it is unlikely to get immediate bipartisan support, with the senior-most Democrat on the committee, Maxine Waters, expressing the need to start from scratch. This bill also proposes putting chief executives of stablecoin issuers on the hook for inaccurate information on reserves, with criminal liability if those reports are found to be false. This version would allow state-based licensing for issuers while maintaining state enforcement powers, with the possibility of being overruled by the Federal Reserve. Representative Patrick McHenry's Financial Services Committee is working separately on legislation to regulate market structure in the crypto sector. Now, McHenry remains positive about prospects for his bills on stablecoins and the crypto market structure, despite criticism from Democrats. Meanwhile, Europe is leading in adopting Web3 technology, with the EU's Markets in Crypto Assets regulation offering a licensing regime for wallet providers, exchanges, and stablecoins as of 2024. McHenry urged the SEC chairman Gary Gensler to take a clear position on whether individual crypto assets constitute regulated securities or commodities. MICA has won praise from the UK, which considers it a significant positive step towards regulatory clarity. They're calling it a useful blueprint for the UK's own crypto law. And speaking of the UK, their Financial Conduct Authority wants to work with crypto firms to shape regulation. Boy, that would be nice. FCA Executive Director Sarah Pritchard said this on Tuesday's City Week conference in London. The UK has been looking to create a new regulatory regime for crypto, which has become more mainstream. In February, the Treasury launched a consultation on how to regulate the crypto sector. The FCA is one of the main crypto regulators in the UK, along with the Treasury. It has been registering crypto firms to operate in the country. The consultation stated that the FCA may create a new authorization regime for crypto companies, including overseas companies. The FCA is also planning to launch a promotions regime for digital assets. This would be a new area for the FCA, Pritchard said. Quote, "Let's work together to shape our rules and regulations to benefit markets, consumers, and firms as crypto goes from niche to mainstream. Let's do it with our minds open to the potential gains and our eyes open to the risks." Now, the FCA is known to be critical of the crypto sector, and the FCA has repeatedly warned consumers about the risks. Of the crypto applications the FCA received from firms looking to register with them, 195 were either refused or withdrawn. Only 41 firms have managed to register. However, the FCA has started listening to the industry. The FCA's approach to crypto regulation is still evolving. It will be interesting to see how the FCA's relationship with the industry develops in the coming years. And that's going to do it for us tonight. I want to thank you, my listeners, because when you stop listening, I will stop talking. If you enjoyed tonight's show, then please like, follow, subscribe, leave a rating, or maybe a review. And in the meantime, we'll see you tomorrow night.